it caught my attention. Of course, we heard the Sugar Hill Gang and all that, but you know, it was not moving. You know what I mean? At that time, I was almost 10 years old, and when I heard that line, I was like, whoa, because I could relate to it. You know, I'm over here trying to dress fly. I got Willie McGee cleats on, like the baseball shoe with motherfucking church, brown church pants with suspender and a pink shirt.
Wow.
Walking the street.
Fresh.
Think I'm fresh.
Fresh out. Man, you was fresh.
Motherfuckers was laughing at me. But you know what I mean? I understood it. You know, I know my ass could rap, and I wanted to stand out, you know?
Come on, man.
You say,
wait.
Shorty was like, yo, are you going to baseball practice?
Yeah, where the fuck did you go?
I jumped on the Yogi Bear Sunday school bus that day, too. You know what I mean? Got back out. It was funny, man. That Black Party was still jamming. Then the second record was Audio 2. Milk is chilling. Kids is chilling. So my mom bought me the record. At the time, I didn't know what was the meaning between direct drive and belt drive. My mother had a belt drive shit, where it's a rubber band that's spinning the record. Now this is a motor. Man, listen. I'm scratching the motherfucker, right? That shit peeled. It peeled. The whole record peeled.
Yeah,
like you scrape your nail, it peels.
Yeah.
Like peels. You know what I mean? Bang! Yeah, so you know what I mean? That shit was funny. Yo, like, you know what I mean? Messed everything up. The needle was messed up.
And
she bought, yeah, it was wilding because, you know, you seeing this on your video box.
Yeah. In the milk.
No, that's just a and you could smell the burn, right? So anyway, right? To cut it short. So that's how. And when it came to like MC and production, like I say, I was writing mostly everybody started off doing poems and shit. You know what I mean? So took it from there, man. The early '90s, we did a lot of Apollo stuff like freestyles in front of the Apollo and Harlem. You know what I mean? That was The only person I really met was Lord Finesse. He was dope. You know,
Lord Finesse was nasty.
Yeah. I met this group called Manslaughter. Yeah, they was dope. They was from Atlanta. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You know, I love DITC, Digging in the Crates. That crew, Diamond D, Lord Finesse, Showbiz and AG.
Wow.
The Goodfellas album was crazy. It came out in '95. Then I think that's when I really caught the production bug. That's when I started to take their beats. I kid you not. Like the end of their beats, like the 45 seconds, and dubbing them with another cassette player and switching them with different beats and rapping on them on a third cassette player. You get what I'm saying? They both playing, but I'm rapping.
You made recording on
it's
another
like a
one.
homemade track, man.
Yeah, I made a
you
3
made a
track.
homemade 3 track.
Yeah,
I made a 3 track.
Homemade, man.
And my mother's record player.
Yeah.
So
Milk.
yo, so that's how I got into the production thing with the tape decks. I kid you not. And when I seen the homie Wes, he had a Gemini sampler. It had like 4 big buttons on it, and he had a record player. He was taking break beats on Bank 1.
Oh, you sampling, yeah.
In Bank 2, like the horns and bass line. When I seen that,
It was over.
it was over, man. When they took me to the studio, I seen that MPC. It was over. It was like 96, 97. At that time, I ended up getting 3 jobs, and I got the $1,300 to get this MPC because the guys are showing me how to do it. You know what I mean? And Gold Bucks too. He was critical. I kid you not. Gold Bucks is one of the illest producers I ever known. For him to be a teenager back then, you know, he's a grown dude now.
Yeah.
But Man, this
Shout out to GoPucks.
yo,
Yeah.
this dude on the NPC was a fucking monster. Anything, you know what I mean? And plus, to me, my vision of him was like, he was like that Bridgeport Pac before Pac was big.
Wow.
No, I kid you not. This dude is amazing. So he gave me a lot of criticism, and he gave me the first real break to get on the track. And I came with some crazy shit like, hit the microphone and sound, boom, boom, bashing, sounds a clashing, we be dashing, flashing, clashing. Like some crowd, they started laughing, whatever, but he fucked with me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he kept bringing me to the studio. Then, you know, my brother, him and my brother, they were tight, you know what I mean? They was working on like albums together, like,
Wow.
you know what I mean?
Damn.
The Eternal Realness click. That's when that shit got serious. You know what I mean? That shit got serious with Eternal Realness. Shout out Todd Kelly, Sleep, Mad Face, Mad Boy. I mean, yeah, man. It was amazing. Then from there, you know, people, you know, tend to go ways. People started moving to North Carolina, Florida. You know what I mean? This is the time to go to the military. You know, oh man, my first baby mama. You know, shit like that. So you know, most of us kept in contact for many years. You know. Then you know, it was more about like it's what I recorded with my cousin, Ghetto Heavy Metal. That he go by Rotten Rottimus. You know what I mean?
Shout out
In the middle, right there in that picture, yeah. So we recorded over hundreds of tracks. We recorded the Synagogue's Tool, the Almost Famous album. I'm talking about the early 2000s. So Psycho Riddler came down in the early 2000s, Greyhound to Florida. He still like 3 days, recorded some stuff. Back then, the PCs was not reliable. They would crash and you would erase all your music. So we lost hundreds of you know, pre-recorded tracks, you know what I mean? Due to the lack of knowledge of not saving hard drives. Like today, we copy data, we put stuff on the cloud. Back then, additional hard drive was hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
You know, one hard drive, but the next one, that's like buying a hoopty. I could buy a Honda for $300 back then. You know what I mean? So that's what happened. So you know, cut it short. We won't get back into the music, but yeah, man, it's a whole thing. You know, it's like it's a whole lifeline. But all that, what I'm saying, came to this now. You know what I mean? And it came to this, man. But and mad influences like DJ White Flash, he gave me a lot of criticism. You know what I mean? When it came to production and rapping, he's like, "Yo, man, your flow is way off, man. That shit sound like it came from Puerto Rico." Like, real shit. Like, you know what I mean? I took that with strength. Like, you know what I mean? I understood it. You know what I mean? I understood how yeah, but hip hop is very competitive. You know what I mean?
Very.
You know what I mean? When it comes to rhythm, delivery, you know what I mean? Charisma. You know, it's mad classifications of it. Back then, you know what I mean? A nigga was failing in most of the areas. So I found what I do best, you know what I mean? I stuck with you know, making beats on Sony Acid back then for many years, perfected the beats, rhymed over my beats, you know what I mean? And it was funny because I figured it out, like, some people spit they writtens like on a piece of paper or the cell phone, but sometimes if you memorize half of that shit, it comes out better. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes you sound like you're reading on the paper. You know what I mean? But music is music. You see the cat from the West Coast, Blueface, multi-platinum artist. You know what I mean? He don't got to worry about, you know, going to his hook. But his style is unorthodox. You know what I mean? Busted Down Tatiana. That track. If you hear his wordplay and delivery, it's off the snare. He's flowing to the drums, not the snare. Us, you know what I mean? Old school rappers flow to the snare and clap. You know what I mean?
True.
So it's in many ways a flipper. You know what I mean? You just got to think outside the box. But you know, we gonna say less. Produced by Grind, man.
Straight through. They want me down on my ass bad. They want me with no smile looking sad. They want me so bad with no bus pass. I ain't gonna ever give them a trespass. You can never get that. I swear, you can never get that. When I dropped off, you ain't get back. I'm dropping subs, did you get that? Substitute teacher, did you miss that? I didn't even teach it, did you miss that? I couldn't even teach it, could you get that? Now you got a whole different format. I couldn't download my software. Fix it. I might have to bug virus. Drop it. You might have to stay back from it. Too much. Back, stay back from it. I come through like a drummer. Me and my nigga used to be percussion. I was with the bass or the triangle. I'ma have the bass in the triangle. Please hit the loop, it's a triangle. It's a colon sack, got a big ol' sack. It's a colon sack, you ain't coming back. You know what J-Rock did to that white girl. That's when they was beating it and whipping it. I ain't even know they was stabbing. Real talk, they got bad habits. I still got nightmares in the back of my fitted hat. That's why I ain't fitted no more. Gotta bust that out, let the brains open. Gotta watch my back or your brains open. Couldn't watch my back, you ain't potent. You ain't on point, you ain't got it on at all. You ain't 100, you ain't got it at all. You ain't 1 million, you ain't got it at all. New 2,000, I ain't got it all. Once I'm 5,000, I'm out of y'all. I ain't coming back, yeah, you're sorry, y'all. Only sparking bread with the fam and the closest of the kin and the friends of the friends and everything else is dead. Everything is dead. You had to be a friend of the friend of the family of the family. You won't even know me or my family. I ain't even gonna be petty. I say Nightmare Freddy. I be on my happy supersomnia and paranoia, PTDS, whatever it says, stress, I keep on add it up, it's best, Roll another up before bed come in undress, I can't stress. Over in and out, I'm the best, must be best. Yes.
I'm a lyricist, fed up of hypocrites, mega spin, screen assassin, and Diablo, always getting it in. Fire's what I'm spitting, kid. Half of you haters, you sound ridiculous. It's Bridgeport, Connecticut, sipping bottles with models, and my mindset is infinite. Put energy in everything that I spit. Sparking a spit, always carry a 4/5. Don't get your face lit, bitch, or something out your lips. You stupid son of a bitch. Green is back again, packing a Mac again. I'm laughing at you fake friends that never gave me shit. But yo, 2 middle fingers for you, kid. I flip bricks and get rich. Get models and fast whips. Get money mansions. I'm highly equipped, man. You drowning in quicksand. Damn. Yo, you drowning in quicksand. Damn.
They say we are the last of the chosen few. I said here to eliminate your whole crew. He was talking, acting like a dog barking. Flow is awesome, popping, sparkling, sparking. Where I'm from, they lift up your soul into total darkness. We got the call on it. Time is money in it for the profit. Pussy think he the plug, Comlink. Bust down this mink. Your girl's pussy is very pink. Bitch pussy is very pink. Let me fuck with the way you think. Thinking about getting 100 grand so I can split it with the fam. You already know what the fuck it is.
When you rap good, you move to the backwoods. Who roll the backwoods and swoon by this black wood? But would you master bachelorhood? Or would you stay in a black hood with shattered goods, strapped like it's all good? Mac. Captured like Suge, you bastard should jug. Imagine your status if you tackled the average, established and away from madness. No ratchet magnets to drag you back. No ratchet magnets to drag you back.
Yeah.